Hello everybody! Today we're talking about prologues, those cute little intros at the start of a novel that you may or may not skip over. From what I've noticed, there tends to be two schools of thought on prologues. On the one hand, there are writers who swear by prologues. They think they're absolutely pivotal to stories and they won't even read a book without one. And then there are those who see a prologue and just immediately skip over it. I don't condone this behavior, it's not what you're supposed to do, but there's a reason that so many readers skip prologues. It's because a lot of writers don't really understand the point of them. A lot of prologues are really unnecessary and really boring. So I'm here to tell you how to make your prologue necessary and not boring. First and foremost, what is a prologue? A prologue is a mini story that takes place before the start of your book, but still has a direct effect on the plot. Basically, some shit went down maybe a year, or a decade, or a century before your story even begins, but it's really important for whatever reason. Your entire plot hinges on it. Now, this is what a prologue's supposed to be. This is its definition. But there are a few cases where you can bend the rules a bit and create a prologue that doesn't necessarily fit this description. Some of the exceptions include: number one, if you start the story with some kind of document, an email, a contract. Say your story begins with the will of a dead grandpa, or the letter of a long-lost lover. These are legitimate reasons to include a prologue that doesn't necessarily fit the rule. Just be careful that whatever document you're including isn't painfully dull. Number two, it's written from a point of view that you'll never use again. This is usually the case if you're writing an event that occurs years before the story even begins. But sometimes writers feel the need to include a prologue that maybe doesn't take place years in advance, but is written from the protagonist's mom's perspective or the best friend's perspective. And number three, the prologue is actually the end of your book. It's a glimpse into the future, and the rest of your book is essentially a flashback. Anywho, those are the most obvious exceptions to the rule. Now, you should never assume that your book is the exception, but it's good to know your options just in case. So now you might be thinking, okay, I know what a prologue is, I know the exceptions to the rule, I think I'm ready to get at it, right? Wrong. A lot of writers are prologue happy. They desperately want to write one, even if it serves absolutely no purpose to the story. And they need to calm the fuck down. Before you write that ever-enticing prologue, you need to stop and ask yourself 3 questions. These questions will help you determine whether or not you should write the hell out of that prologue or toss it to the curb. Number 1, is it necessary? People often ask me, am I required to write a prologue? No. Should I look for a reason to include a prologue? No. Will my story seem better or more professional if I just find a way to throw in a prologue? No, no, no. Stop it. You should never include anything into a story unless it's necessary, especially a prologue. Your prologue should be vital to the story. If the story can be told without it, then tell the story without it. In my current manuscript, a powerful queen is assassinated 18 years before the story even begins. This assassination is pivotal to my story, so I absolutely needed a prologue. Without it, there is no book. If you can't look at your prologue and say, but I need it, then delete it. Number 2, is it interesting? Your prologue should be an event, not an info dump. 1,000 years ago, a tribe of people ventured across the land to do things that made stuff happen. If your prologue sounds like that, people aren't gonna read it. No one wants to be bored to tears at the start of your book. It's not a very good first impression. Instead of telling the reader some long, wordy history, why don't you show the history unfold? Make the events happen. I've seen prologues that were just lengthy descriptions of laws and locations and the rules of the land. On the flip side, I've seen prologues that were intense fights and negotiations, and through these events, the author was able to illustrate the rules and the laws without it reading like a textbook. There's usually a way to provide need-to-know information without going into a laundry list of suckage. Number 3, is it short? Back when I did manuscript critiques, I received a prologue from an aspiring writer that was 5 chapters long. That's not a prologue. That's a prequel. A prologue is there to give vital, need-to-know information, not the entire history of whatever civilization you've created. Let me put it this way. If you're feeling the need to fully develop characters that only show up in the prologue, you're writing too much. A prologue is typically 1 to 2 events that somehow trigger the plot of your novel, and 1 to 2 events shouldn't require significant character development or exposition or chapters and chapters of information. So how long should your prologue be? In my opinion, whatever the length of your average chapter is, your prologue needs to be shorter than that. Don't waste your reader's time. Get to the point and make it juicy. So that's all I got for you today. Prologues. Can't live with them? Can't live without them. Oh, wait, you can live without them. So if you don't need one, don't write one. And if you do need one, make sure that it's brief, engaging, and necessary to the story. On that note, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. I had a fantastic birthday, and that was largely because you all were so sweet. Thank you so much. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my friends Kim Chance, Chris Carlisle, and Amy Barrett for making my birthday super special. Thank you so much. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Desiree and Melody from Coffee Reading Writing for the surprise birthday mug. Hold on, let's see. Yes, writer. A person capable of transforming caffeine into books. Introvert masochist wizard. That's me. I love this shit. Lastly, thank you to everyone who participated in the Eve the Awakening photo challenge. There were so many of you, and it was so awesome to see all of your submissions. I've already notified the winners, and they will each be receiving a signed copy of Eve the Awakening. Anywho, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays. Eve the Awakening is still available in ebook and paperback on Amazon right now, so check it out. And if you have any questions or if there's something you'd like me to talk about in my next video, be sure to tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!